What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sporting with Smitty. I'm your host, Smitty. Um, what a win. Uh, Happy to finally say that for the first time in a while, but Patriots win 21-18. Sorry for the late video. Haven't been feeling too good lately. Kind of got a little bit of a cough issue and kind of congested, but hey, still here. Um, but going into it, jump right into it. The winning in Pittsburgh, seeing the Patriots win in Pittsburgh, always enjoyable. Can't stand their team, don't like their players, don't like their coaches, don't like anything about them. And to see the worst Patriot team in 30 years going to Pittsburgh when they're fighting for playoff positioning and just beat them feels excellent. While also not affecting our draft position, depending on obviously what happens to the Cardinals game this weekend, another big plus. So, let's get into it. Let's start with the offense. The offense, the best it's looked in months. And I strongly say that this is the best offense it's looked in months. I mean, Zappy, honestly, I almost forgot what a confident quarterback looks like in the pocket. And that's what he looked like tonight. He looked like a confident guy in the pocket, leading his team down the field. He had the poise, he had it all, and it was awesome to see. He was making those throws. That's the difference between Mac and Bailey. I said Zappy ain't it, and I still think that. He's not it. He's not the guy to lead the franchise into the future. But is he a serviceable backup that could become a key piece just in case if the next guy goes down? Hell yeah. And he showed it. He showed it last year as well. But this year, I mean, not given too much of a situation, but then again, hey, uh, we're situational football. That's how we always have thought as an organization since Bill Belichick came here. But I digress. Um, Starting off, we were quick, we were aggressive. First play of the game didn't go too well, so instead of going to another rush play, which we would have done in the past few weeks, we decided to go downfield. We decided to throw the ball, and it worked out to perfection. I mean, I think it was a quick throw to Tyquan Thornton for about I think it was a first down. So we were able to really kind of get into an offensive rhythm really relatively quickly, and we were able to really make some big plays, which is what this offense has been lacking all season long. Not just the last few weeks, but really all season long, were those big chunk plays that get you down the field, those big plays that you need. And Juju made it. I mean, coming back to Pittsburgh, a team that kind of just left him out to dry, just kind of dumped him to the side when he really wasn't that guy, or they finally found out that he wasn't that guy. I mean, to come in with with a D-back draped all over him to make a catch like that on the first drive of the game, when your offense is struggling, got to tip your cap to him. He was excellent. He finished the game 4 catches, 90 yards. Another guy who made some big plays today, obviously, the guy who caught the two touchdowns from Zappy, the last 2 touchdowns from Zappy, was Hunter Henry on his birthday. The first Patriot to catch 2 touchdowns on his birthday since Stanley Morgan back in '77. So, hey, congratulations for making some Patriot history there, Mr. Hunter Henry. Now, another guy, Zeke, was amazing in this game. It really reminded me of his younger days in Dallas. I mean, 22 carries, 68 yards. That doesn't say a lot, but you know what? If you actually watch the game and see what he was doing, he was making all the good plays that you needed. He was great blocking back in the pocket, giving Zappy a couple extra seconds time to maybe make a play or get out of the pocket and get a couple yards on the ground. Obviously, Zeke pass catching back, you really don't think about it anymore, not like you did when he was younger, or really not too much at all when he was younger. He was more of that complete back that would run all over you. But he showed that he's kind of evolved into a pass catching back still. You didn't see it too much last year because, I mean, when Dallas has a guy like Pollard coming up and how great he is, not Zappy, Zeke kind of gets lost in the fray, and he only becomes a short yardage back. He had a lot of touchdowns last year, obviously proving that he's a short yardage back, but kind of got lost in behind Pollard, unfortunately. And Zeke showed out tonight. He balled out. 7 catches, 72 yards, and the first touchdown of the game, and the first, first touchdown in what, 2 weeks? So, um, great game from him. Another, again, or really, I want to go into it, but the offensive line, man, it's the best they've looked in months. Also, I mean, to with a front and the type of speed that Pittsburgh always has on their defenses, because they're always a defense that has known for their speed and known for their ability to get to bring pressure, especially with a guy like T.J. Watt, who's amongst one of the best defensive football players in the NFL. To be able to only give up 2 sacks and really um, halt any kind of big plays that Watt was able to, that could be really able to make. I mean, you got to give the offensive line credit, and not too many penalties on them today. Not excuse me, not really much. I mean, again, I gotta give them all the credit. They played excellent. They're giving Zappy time, and when there was a lot of pressure in the pocket, they were able to at least get out of the way to where Zappy could be mobile in the pocket and make a play, whether it was using his legs or just throwing the ball out of bounds or making a last-second throw to the running back. Doesn't matter. He was still able. The offensive line was great. They first good game for them in God knows how long. Now going to the defense, you can obviously see what the defense's game plan was, and that was to prohibit the big plays deep, obviously because of what Pittsburgh has. So Pickens and Deontay Johnson, great outside, just great all around receivers who have excellent speed and have excellent really route running ability that can really run routes very well, and just really prohibiting them from getting open and really making any big plays. Except for the big Deontay Johnson touchdown, you could see that the defense helped. Excuse me. But also, something that Pittsburgh offenses have been really known for, at least these last few years since Ben retired, was really their running game. And Jaylen Warren has been really big surprise this year for Pittsburgh's offense, along with Najee Harris being the normal, decent back that he is. New England shut that down. Najee had 12 carries, 29 yards, so nothing. And Jaylen Warren had 7 carries, 11 yards, nothing. So the defense stepped up. That again, I've said it in the past few videos for the Patriots in the post game. The rush defense of this team is the best part about this team. They have unbelievable ability to shut down any great running back that you can get that really can come their way in football. Not only that, the ability to force Trubisky to beat you. Trubisky is not the guy that's going to come out and he's going to beat you. So, forcing him to make uncomfortable decisions, and he looked indecisive a lot tonight, or the other night, sorry. He looked very indecisive, and you could tell his receivers were getting frustrated. Pickens is about done with being in Pittsburgh. Let's be honest. The way he was reacting to some of the decisions that his quarterback was making and missing him a lot. I mean, again, gotta give the Patriots defense credit. They were bringing pressure. Jabril Peppers again. He's by far the MVP of this defense this year. He has been outstanding in every way. He's been outstanding in coverage. He's been outstanding bringing pressure. He's just been all around one of the best football players in this team. And again, people aren't going to talk about it because everybody's focusing on how bad Bill has been with building this team. But excuse me, signing Jabril Peppers was probably one of the biggest deals that he's had in the last few years. Another thing that I saw that I was very, very happy about was how we stopped them on third down. We were consistent at stopping them on third down. They were only 3 for 14 on third down, and it's not like that we were consistently putting them in third and long situations. It was a lot of third and mediums, a lot of third and shorts that we were able to stop them. We were able to wrap up. We were able to shut down the run. We were able to force Trubisky out of the pocket to try to make an off kind of balanced throw. So again, the defense did what they were supposed to do. They did what they did best, what they do best. Obviously, there are situations where they kind of gave up a couple of points here, but that going into the only negative of the game really I had for this team was the penalties, the defensive penalties, and that's where majority of the penalties were for us. We had 7 penalties for 59 yards, and a majority of them were on third down DPIs. There was one in the end zone. It was 2 of them on J.C. Jackson. One of them took away his interception early in the game. So JC had a rough game. He really had a rough game. But luckily, you had Miles Bryant. You had a couple other guys in the secondary that were able to pick up the slack. So, again, got to give credit to the defense again because they know when to show up. They show up. This defense has consistently shown up all year. I know when you see how many points we've given up, I know it doesn't seem like it. But that goes back to the offense not being able to make sustained drives and keep drives going, basically. So you can't blame the defense for that. I mean, they can do their best to give the offense the ball back, but if the offense is giving it right back to them in less than a few minutes, the defense is going to get tired. So, again, Patriots defense proving that they're one of the best in football, in my opinion. I know that people are going to think, wow, you're 3-10, you have one of the best defenses in football. Yeah, sue me. So, overall, though, offense, I give them a B+ for this game. The second half, it kind of made it take away the A bit, but then again, I can understand it. Zappy, the one pick, offensive coaching staff says, hey, we trust our defense to get stops, which, I mean, obviously they did. So they decided to be more conservative. But, hey, to me, B+ for the offense, definitely their best grade in over a few months, it feels like. The defense, I'm gonna give them an A. I'm sorry. I know it says they gave up 18 points, but you know what? I give them an A. Because, again, they showed why they are the backbone of this team. This defense has unbelievable abilities. If they were fully healthy, I can only imagine how much better this defense would be. With Judon, with Christian Gonzalez, who I believed early in the season, who was probably going to be the defensive rookie of the year, with his unbelievable ability to shut down some of the best receivers in football. You saw in the first few weeks when he was going up against Jalen Waddle, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. He was locking them up pretty damn good. And it's just an unfortunate injuries, man. You hate them. But something to look forward to next season when a lot of these young guys who are injured this year come back and really show that they belong here. And that they could be a part of the future of this team, especially Judon. With that being said, I'm going to go into something else here. And something that kind of has been driving me crazy. And let's be honest, Bill Belichick owns Mike Tomlin. And the fact that the fact that Mike Tomlin doesn't get the Bill Belichick treatment that Bill has been getting these last few years ever since Brady left, saying, oh, you're nothing without Brady, yada, yada, yada. When are we going to talk about this with Mike Tomlin? When are we ever going to talk about this and have this discussion with Mike Tomlin? Mike Tomlin, for as great as he is, the only thing that they have on him is that he's never had a losing season. But, I mean, he's had like 4, 8, and 8 seasons. Again, he hasn't won a playoff game in over 7 years. 7 years. And that one playoff game he won was against Matt Moore and the Miami Dolphins. He's only made 3 more playoff appearances since then. One in 2017, where they got curb stomped by the Jacksonville Jaguars at home at Heinz Field. Then in 2020, where they got curb stomped again by their division rival Cleveland Browns. And then again when they went up to Kansas City and in Big Ben's final game, got their asses beat. But nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about how Mike Tomlin had a Super Bowl team handed to him from Bill Cowher. I will forever say and have utmost respect for Bill Cowher. Bill Cowher has 2 Super Bowl rings. He has the one in 2005 and he has the one in 2008. He retired after 2006. That team that won in 2008 was Bill Cowher's team. But nobody talks about that. Everybody gives Mike Tomlin an ultimate pass for some reason. For those of you in the comments, use your imagination. You can probably think of why he gets a pass. People talk about, oh, what, Bill hasn't developed any quarterbacks. When has Mike Tomlin ever developed a quarterback? And don't give me Ben. Don't give me Ben. Because Ben is an all-time great. And people say, oh, but what about what he did with Charlie Batch? No, Charlie Batch was already an established veteran that was also a developed quarterback. Obviously, he wasn't a starter. He was a starter for Detroit, but he still wasn't a starter. So ever since then, he's had what? Mason Rudolph? Bum. Kenny Pickett? The poor guy can't stay healthy. And then now he's had Mitch Trubisky. And his unbelievable loyalty of sticking with an offensive coordinator who might be worse than Matt Patricia was last year for us. I mean, Matt Canada? When is Mike Tomlin going to get that Bill Belichick treatment that he ever so deserves? Because he hasn't won a playoff game in 7 years. And he hasn't done anything with a team of his own that he has built. But again, that's a discussion for another day. Let me know what you guys think. An excellent win for the Patriots. An enjoyable win for me in Patriot Nation. I'm very happy. I know Patriot fans, you guys are very happy as well. Steeler fans, sorry. Take that L. But next, we have Kansas City at home Sunday. Obviously, for me, thinking with all of my brain, I don't think we'll win that game. But all I want in that game is I want them to play hard. I want them to play with pride, and I want at least some sort of competence and guys playing like they're supposed to. I don't expect a win. I just expect at least, hey, a good game. These guys play with pride. They play hard. That's all I accept. That's all I expect. So, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys thought with the victory. Do you guys agree with the victory? I know some Patriot fans are upset that we won. How do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. Go Patriots.